Um, Hello, this is Enlightened Soul. Um, what are you doing? Mm. Well, today's video is about life. Like your spirit. Not your spirit, but you. What I mean by that is, you are not physical in any form, shape, or fashion. You are a spirit. Something on this realm, on this plane, in this reality, I can't touch. You hear that bird? It's like there's a tree like right behind you, and it's like chirping its butt off. It's like really chirping. But anyway, you are a spirit, a thing of energy, a mass of 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 life. Like the best way I could describe it would be water. Like you have a glass of water. You can pour this water and it'll mold into the glass. You could like put the water on this table here and it will just go around the table. Water isn't isn't just something that can can what's the word? Mm, I don't know. But do you see what I'm trying to go with? I'm saying your spirit is more like water, except you have control of what shape or form it is in that particular moment that you want it to. I'm saying that your spirit isn't exactly a human form. Your spirit could be the form naturally of an ant. I mean, it's however you feel that you want it to be. I mean, who knows? Because you come back to this planet so many different times in so many different forms. This is why I can't be a Christian, because for one, Christians do not believe in reincarnation, and two, they believe humans are the only ones that go to heaven. In other words, they believe humans are the only ones with souls or spirits. You cannot tell me that you can look a dog in the eye and say that dog does not have a spirit. You cannot tell me that trees that hone the very essence that creates so many things for you does not have a spirit. You cannot tell me that insects that naturally build their homes from nature does not have a spirit. You cannot tell me that a flower that moves with the sunlight does not have a spirit. You can say that it doesn't have a brain or intellect. You can tell me all day how it's so much different from our anatomy. But you cannot tell me that that being isn't a soul. So, if that is the case, that is what I'm telling you, then I wish to ask you a question. If you killed an ant right now, what would you feel? Versus if you killed a dog or a human. The emotions will be amplified toward that other living thing than it would an ant. Or let's say you chop down a tree, or cut the grass, or pluck a flower. All these little things that you do that takes a life away from another doesn't phase you to the effect that it should. The reason I feel this is so, I have two theories on why this could be. Because you cannot kill a soul. You cannot destroy a spirit. You can destroy the physical representation of it that it takes at that particular time because it's physical. But you cannot destroy a spirit. You can manipulate a spirit. You can turn a spirit to be against his modern nature. You can torture a spirit, but you cannot destroy a spirit. So, once more I ask you, back to my theories. The first theory that I came up with was the human morals. This is basically how the common or most people live their lives by. As in, humans would be top priority above everything else that is on this planet. That selfishness is horrible. To not be able to relate to other living things as if they were not your own creation, or not creation, but your own, what's the word? I'm not trying to say relative, but somewhere around that area. What I'm saying is that it's messed up. The human moral system is. It's humans, and then it's animals such as dogs and common pets. Then it's wildlife. Then I guess it'll be plants and insects. Oh, speaking of wildlife, that is a big ass deer. Whew, that kind of makes me want to get up and leave. Just a little bit. That is a big deer. But, and then, yeah. And then, oh, bugs and plants. I guess those will fall into the same category. That's a messed up cycle. That's one of my theories that I think why the human, go away. Why I think, we feel the way we do about killing certain things. My second theory is way more complex than that. My second theory is that I think that it takes a certain amount of time. Now, again, for all you Christians who are watching or who have a religion that this is going against, I apologize. But this is how I think. You are a creator who came from a creation. The creation that we all come from, as in not just humans, every bug, every plant, every animal, everything that is living, everything, come from this creation, which is a creator. This big mass at one point was together, and it was one. It separated and made us, making the creation a creator, making countless creators. So you are a creator. I am a creator. My puppy's a creator. Your family are creators. So, I say that to... Ah, dang it, I lost my point. Poop. Oh, how I feel. I think it takes a certain amount of time to create certain things. And time and energy goes into so much. For example, astral projection. Once you astral project, your spirit leaves the body. In other words, you leave your body. once you're out, you see all types of things. You see life in a whole different perspective. You see spirits that don't have bodies. You see all these things. Just the thought of why these spirits don't have bodies should really puzzle you. Have you ever thought that they want to live? I mean, at first, I was thinking, ooh, that was a horsefly. At first, I was thinking that in the astral world, everything and anything imaginable was possible. But then, it struck me. If that was the case, why would I decide to come back to this world? There's something here that is possible that isn't possible there. My purpose for living. But anyway, that's a whole different subject. I think it takes a certain amount of energy and time to create certain things. Like, to create a flower, it would be way more simple and easier than making a human. Because the flower only needs to do certain things. It only needs to blossom and bloom and produce pollen and die. While something more complex, such as a human, has a brain to think, to question, to puzzle, to be able to function correctly. This takes time and effort. Anything really moving, I feel, takes more time to make. Like a tree. See, this puzzles me. Trees live for hundreds of years, but yet they don't move. And not only that, they produce more life, such as leaves and flowers and apples and plants and things of that nature. So, to me, the tree, the spirit that decided to manifest itself into that in particular thing really captures my imagination of how much time and energy did it truly take to happen. Another thing, so if it truly does take so much time and energy to manifest something into this physical reality, which you can do now. You can do that even being who you are right now, which I will get into in another video. But so since it takes a certain amount of time and energy to do these things, you killing something such as a flower, which didn't take much effort or time, wouldn't affect you to the point of killing a human, which would take extremely amounts of time, effort, energy, and just being there at the right spot. Because you can't kill a spirit. So killing and going to the afterlife shouldn't bother us, because we could just start over again. It's the whole cycle of knowing that took so much energy, so much time. That energy is what makes us feel a certain way. A flower doesn't give off much energy. A bug doesn't give off much energy. But a dog, a human, a turtle, these things give off energy. And to take its life, to destroy that energy, to take that energy away from this physical realm, should affect you psychologically, mentally. It should frustrate you. Not only that, it should sadden you. It should only be a necessity, a last resort. I absolutely have to take this life to preserve my own. And honestly, life shouldn't be that way. But that's today's video. Remember, you're a spirit. You're not a body. So go out there and do what you came here to do. You're not here to conform and do what the higher powers want you to do. You're here because you came back with a purpose. Find that purpose and fulfill it. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. I love you, enlightened soul. Oh, you dick.